For today, we have a fun big kit this time. It is the Make It Mini Spa. I really just wanted an orchid, and I thought the loofah was cute, the little shelf and towels. I thought it'd be kind of fun to do like the bath bombs and stuff, so I was excited for this one, so I picked it up. So let's open it up and see what's inside. There's kind of all the projects on the back that we can make. I am looking at doing a flower one, and with that one, I mean, even with this one, you can kind of make them your own, and so I know you don't necessarily want to use certain things. You can always mix it up. You don't have to do it exactly like they say. So we have a nozzle, the tongs, a cute little pipette, so it might be for like that liquid there. I'm curious if that's gonna smell. And this is probably our instructions on how to make all of our projects. Well, I'm curious if the bath bombs will actually hold their shape too. I do know they actually work like bath bombs, and if you put them in the water, they'll actually fizz, so that's cool. So we have a little stick and even a little clasp. It doesn't actually clasp, but thing to hold the orchid, which is really cute and detailed. It's a little flower, so that's really cool. And it's even has the ridges in it, like a bamboo stick would. And so there is a beautiful orchid. It even has the roots. And then there is the container for it. We have a spoon and the spade to dig our rocks for our orchid. So we have 2 containers of rocks for our orchid because it is a pretty big container. They don't look like they're gonna stick at all, so possibly might need to use a little resin to help hold it in place if you don't want it to come out. Jumbo rock mix, Happy Grow Company, locally looking cute. Awesome bloom and plant parent approved, yeah. So it's cute, and then the little Miniverse and that, so fun little packaging. So I think that's all the stuff for the orchid. Guess we can see. Spade, container, stick, orchid, and rocks. It only shows 1 container of rocks, but that's the only thing that needs it. So, yeah, you just put the rocks in, attach the orchid to the stick, and then you kind of rotate it to make sure it sticks in. I may add a little bit of resin just to make sure it holds it. But that's all for that one. I guess I should probably do one project and then we'll do another one. So since this is out, let's go ahead and do this. There's some good sized rocks. need both containers. Actually holds it pretty well. And then we also need a stick here. Pulled it out. There we go. Actually don't think I need any resin or anything. It's gonna hold it pretty nice and it's gonna go on a little shelf. So there's our first project. I went ahead and took everything out and kind of separated it all. So here is a wooden stand. It's just cut with a laser like my glow forge I have. They do come apart, so if you want to add a little glue, I do a lot of times add a little wood glue to that. But nice little wooden stand. And then it came with little towels, starting to come in rolled, but it's just a little piece of cloth. But I think that's fun. And then there's a little plastic thing to help keep them in their shape. So I'll just roll those back up and stick them back in. I'll do that later. And then I guess this one here is the candle. So it has this little like colorful stone, two plastic containers that we'll put our candles in, and they're different sizes. We have the candle wicks, and it looks like we actually get to cut the candle wick, which is fun. And then here is a beeswax, sunny beeswax yellow. It even has some honey dripping down, which is cute. So that should be a nice simple one. Then we have a cucumber water. So we have this fun textured pitcher, a little tray to sit the pitcher and glasses in. Here are 2 glasses. They have a little texture to them as well. This one has some like foggy stuff to it. I don't know what that is. We have a spoon to put inside a pitcher to stir. We have some ice. The ice is always cool, I think. We have some basil leaves, and they're still on the stem, so I'm wondering if we're actually going to peel off the leaves, so that's kind of cool. The cucumbers, Happy Sun Fern, and they always do such a good job with the shading of their pieces. You can see the leaves and lots of detail there. And then we have our water fresh, sourced from 100% Happy Mountains. Yeah, so that's our resin water there for the cucumber water. Then we have the little diffuser, and I love these. I used to always put these little diffusers around my house, so that's cute. And then we have a liquid base for diffuser, and Sunny Side Spa. It's a cute container too, so I'm gonna keep that. And then we also have the eucalyptus essential oil scent for this one. That has the little symbol of the eucalyptus, Sunnyside Spa. And then it was interesting, the loofah was supposed to go with the diffuser. I don't think I would have thought to put the loofah with that one. I would have done it with like the bath bombs, but that's okay. And it's super soft. I really like this. I think this is super cute idea, how they made the loofah. And then the last one here is our bath bombs. So you have this little container that we will put our bath bombs in. I'm not going to use my bath bombs. I'm just going to store them in this container. So I'm glad we get that. We get our little pipette, a wooden, well, it's plastic, but a wooden looking spoon to mix our stuff. And then we have the grapefruit essential oil, and it has a little grapefruit on it. Another spoon to probably help scoop it into our molds. So bath bomb mold. I've actually never made a bath bomb before, so it's kind of fun to make a little mini one, see how it works, and you actually get to press it, and there's 2 molds. So that's what it looks like. And then we get bath bomb powders in a pink and a yellow, and then we get 2 packs of the fizzy powder. So that's all the stuff. So let's set this aside and start making them. So the first one listed is the candle here. So it even has textured like a rope on here, which is fun. It looks like they want the resin first and then to push the candle wick in. So let's do that. think that looks pretty good. We don't want to go all the way to the top. So now I'm going to put that under the UV light. And we just cut off the wicks and we're done. So that's a simple project there. So while my candles are curing under my UV light, I'm going to move on to the next one, which is the diffuser. It should smell like eucalyptus, so let's see. Oh, it does. It's really strong. It doesn't tell me how many drops of this to use. And it just says liquid base. I'm not quite sure what this is. I'm not quite, it doesn't really have a smell to it, so I'm not sure. See if I don't pour this everywhere. So that filled up really fast. Get a little essential oil on there. Maybe did half and half. And then we just have to stick those sticks in, and they will actually absorb the eucalyptus and smell, and over time we'll have to refill it. I've overfilled it there, but there we go. We're all done. I'm just gonna close those up, and then we can use it when this goes empty. That smells nice though. It's nice that they're real. And there's our eucalyptus. So that was also a really quick, easy one. All right, on to the next one. So we already did the orchid, so we're on to the cucumber water here. It looks like we fill up our glass with our water, add some ice, and we do cut a mint. And actually you can even cut the cucumber to make a little slice for your glass, which is cool, and add a little bit of resin to that so it holds it. Curious how easy that's going to be to cut. And then we cure it. So let's open these up and see. I like making fresh basil, so I need to grow some more here soon. We use it for pizza and pesto. That'll be fun. Okay. And then we have cucumbers. They even have different shading, which is really fun. And then I do want to add some ice before we add too much resin so I don't overfill it, so make sure you watch that. I love that it has the little clip that you got to take off. Probably want to do a little bit of resin first and then ice. It does say ice on the bag, which is fun. I think I want to leave the spoon in the pitcher. I can't decide if I want to leave it in or not. What do you think? Should I leave a spoon in the pitcher or without the spoon? Let me cut my basil first, I think, so I can add it as I go. I love that they let us cut it. It just makes it more interactive, especially since some of these projects are a little bit simpler and quicker to do. I love them. I think they're really cute, but I do wish it took a little bit longer to make them. A little more interactive with it is fun. Trying to decide if I need to cut all of them or not. I guess what else am I going to use it for, right? I'm going to try to cut this. Did cut pretty easily. Might have cut a little much, but yeah. It said to do a wedge, but I think just the slit is enough. That one looks really well. I might drop this one in the water. Well, I could even do it on the picture. Since I did the slit kind of big. I don't think I like it in the... I think I'm going to drop it in the resin and cut another one. Try not to go up quite as much. Again, since I'm not touching these a whole lot and I just did a small slit, I don't think I'm going to need the resin there. So I think that will work well. I guess I should put them off the side so I don't get resin on them though. Let's start mixing. It's actually not clear. I guess I was expecting clear. It's a little bit of a yellow. Just doing about not quite half, because with the ice and stuff it'll fill it up. You can always add more to it. Oops. Don't want to get my spoon dirty, so I think I'm going to mix it with this. I did not use the bigger leaves for the cups. I think 3 leaves in each one's pretty good. Let's add pop those bubbles and mix it. Probably should put a little bit of resin in first before all the leaves. Pretty much used up all that resin, so it was just the right amount. I think those look pretty good too. I'm not going to use the extra leaves and ice and stuff. That could just go out as display. Do we want the spoon or no spoon? Kind of maybe no spoon. Okay, I'm going to go put this under the UV light. So I just wanted to show you what the candles look like. They were all cured. I always take like the back of the spoon and just make sure it's cured. Feels hard. There was a bubble in there, so that's not perfect. I missed the bubble, but that's alright. Last step is to cut our wicks. And there we go. We have some cute little candles. Oops. We'll just turn that bubble side to the back. And there's our candles. Okay, last but not least is the bath bombs. So we need to add about 16 to 19 drops of our essential oil grapefruit. Let's see what it smells like. It should be grapefruit. I'm not usually a fan of grapefruit, at least not the taste. It's a little bit more of just cleaning. I don't think I would count that as grapefruit. The eucalyptus one smelled like eucalyptus, but this one I don't think I would say grapefruit. I think it's just cleaning supply smell, but it still smells nice. So we need to dump our entire packet in, stir it, and then we dump the entire packet of the fizzy. I have no idea what this exclamation stir means. Sometimes they could use a little more instructions, but we'll scoop it into our molds here and then press it down, leave it for an hour, and then twist and unmold it, and hope and pray that they don't disintegrate on us, that they hold their shape. Put them in our container and repeat 1 to 9 times. Now, it wants us to mix all of this, but I only have 2 molds, so I feel like I'm going to have a lot of it just sitting. Is it going to go bad or not work if it just sits? I mean, I'm supposed to be able to make 9, but I can only do 2 at a time. So it sounds like I should be able to make more than just 2 out of 1 pack. First time I've ever done it. I'm just going to follow their instructions, and I guess we shall see. I think I like the pink color better than the yellow, so if I waste any, I guess I better waste the yellow. To me, Sunny Day approved, bath bomb powder. Use with fizzy powder. I guess I'm not even starting off right. Need this first. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Might have got 17 in there. Just empty it out. There's really not that much in there. It's not coming out of that corner, so it might spill a little here. Okay. This is like neon yellow. Which is also pretty, I just liked the pink one better. Let me know down below, have you ever made a bath bomb before? It smells good. I don't want to overmix, I don't know how much, so we'll go with that. I think isn't this like a baking soda or something? It does kind of look like it. So I know there's lots of ingredients on how to make bath bombs. There's like a giant chunk there. And with these molds, you could technically now just make your own mini ones and have a bunch of them. So I don't believe the ingredients are that expensive to make it, but I could be wrong. Again, I've never made them before, I've just what I've heard and seen. So I think I just fill the bottom and then I press the top in. So let's try that. Looks like it goes all the way to the top is what they want us to do. Oh gosh, I'm spilling. I guess that's 6 to 9 is depending on 1 to 9. Maybe let's go repeat steps 1 to 9. Kind of depends how much you spill, how much you make. I might be able to dump this back in. Alright, I think that's as full as I can get it, so let's try. Isn't difficult to press it at all. And it says to let it sit for 1 hour. So I guess we'll wait. Let me check on cups here. Where did my spoon go? Here we go. It looks like water has fully cured. And there it is. I like that it's the textured glass that's pretty. And then here are our cups. They do get just slightly warm, just so you know. And it looks like it's all cured. Do you like doing lemon or mint or cucumbers in your water, or do you just drink it plain? Let me know. Right, I'm gonna wait an hour for those and we'll be back. It's been 1 hour, so let's see how they turned out. The bottom came out. Looks really good. Well, it did. They're very fragile. Try the next one. They're just so fragile. Well, I guess I'm going to put them back in the mold and see if they'll come out after another hour. Alright, it's been an hour again, so let's attempt number 2. I got one. Set that aside. And I'll clean up this mess and try the second color. So we got one ball that's good, and we'll deal with that later. Let's go ahead and make the pink one. I didn't clean it out. I think it's gonna be kind of fun to mix the colors. So we'll see how that goes.
So I actually left these overnight to see if they are a little less fragile if you leave them longer. crumble. They're really stuck. I am pressing pretty hard. I think it does work a little bit better if you let them sit longer than that hour. So there we go. I think that is about all I'm going to get in there. I am going to make some extras and just lay them off to the side. But let's take a look at all of our pieces here. So here's all of the things we made. We have the beautiful orchid. Again, you could add resin so they don't move. We still have the little spade. We have some of our mint and cucumber drinks with the pitcher and the glasses. With some extra ice, the water, basil leaves, and even an extra cucumber. I like how you can see all the ice and all the details. It's maybe. They look good enough to drink. You could leave them on there, you could leave them off to the side, up to you. A little diffuser here, and actually, since this has been overnight, all my liquid has evaporated, so these are a little, not wet, but it's infused into it, and so it still smells good. And I think these bottles are, oops, pretty enough to display with it as well. Then we have our candles. And that's, can display those as well. We have a fun little loofah and the towels. Sorry, my cats are very wound today. And then there are bath bombs. A little bit of disaster there, but that's okay. Maybe eventually it'll just be the powder. We'll see. And then we also have the shelf to display it. Nope, can't do it. All right, I'll take a photo. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I just wish that, I mean, I guess it really wasn't that bad. It was like, I think $25 for all this, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 projects. So typically one of these balls cost about $10. So that's actually like $5 per project. So I think that's worth it. I had a lot of fun. They were quicker projects than some of the others, but for $5 each, I don't think that was too bad. And then we have a cute little display here. So I think it was worth it. Let me know down below if you think it was worth it and which of these projects you liked the best. Thanks for crafting, and I'll see you next time.